Beth Griffith spent a month working as Houston's body double on the set of Sparkle, which was shot here at the Masonic Temple last November. They shared the same size clothing and have the same birthdays, and of course, a passion for music.
Greatness comes from within.
Imagine you're standing in the middle of a crowd of tens of thousands. You're excited. You're cheering until your voice goes hoarse. You're sure your idol is right in front of you, close enough to touch. Everything feels vivid and real. But ironically, the truth is that at that moment, your idol is appearing somewhere else, even on a continent half a world away from you. Sounds like a sci-fi story, right? But it's happened before, and the stories I'm about to tell are proof. Entertainment history has recorded up to 9 black stars who've baffled the world by mysteriously appearing in multiple places at once. Can they split themselves? Or do they have secret twins quietly replacing them in the shadows? If you want to know how they did it, then watch this whole video. 9. Muhammad Ali, the boxing legend who cloned himself at his peak. Muhammad Ali is an immortal icon of the boxing world, the man who made the whole world scream with his resounding victories, lightning-fast fighting style, and influence that spread far beyond the ring. He became the model of confidence and grit. Ali once said that a fighter who wants to reach the top has to learn to split himself into 2 people in 2 different places at the same time. One fully dedicated to training, the other handling fame, contracts, and commercial invites. Back then, everyone thought it was just some philosophical life talk, but later, people discovered he really split himself in many situations. On June 5, 2004, an ad for the Adidas campaign quickly spread across international TV channels. In the clip, a young Ali walks into a studio in Germany with agile steps, a sharp gaze, and jabs so fast viewers can't even see them clearly. His footwork glides smoothly across the ring floor like his body shows no signs of age. The fan community went wild. Many believed modern tech had made Ali young again, but the reality behind it was way more complicated. While the image of a young Ali appeared on set in Germany, the real Ali was in the US, enjoying a party with close friends. He only recorded the voiceover after all the filming was done. A stunt double with a build and face eerily similar to Ali had been rigorously trained to recreate every signature move from his prime. The cameras were placed just far enough away, the lighting toned down sharpness, making the audience totally unaware of the switch. On December 10, 2015, the promo campaign for the Porsche 911 created another shockwave. This time, the idea was even bolder. A match called Ali vs. Ali was staged in a Los Angeles studio. 2 stunt doubles, with faces kinda like Ali's, had been trained intensely, wearing outfits identical to young Ali's. They stepped into the ring, recreating every punch, dodge, and explosive moment fans had seen in boxing history. At that point, the real Ali had entered old age and couldn't appear in public at peak form. He just sat behind the camera, reviewing the script and watching all the footage. When the ad aired globally, audiences were stunned again. Many believed it was visual tech bringing Ali back to his prime and cloning him. Few knew all the ring action was done by doubles. Many in the ad industry later revealed that campaigns involving Ali were always kept at the highest security level. The doubles didn't just look kinda like Ali. They went through brutal training, learning his habits, movements, even breathing rhythm. They had to live like Ali for months before stepping on set. That kind of prep created the illusion of a perfect clone, blurring the line between real and fake. 8. Sly Stone, the funk king replaced by a clone illusion. Sly Stone was the leader of Sly and the Family Stone, the guy who helped change the funk genre. He stirred up stages with explosive energy, weird performance styles, and widespread influence across pop music. Tales of Sly Stone appearing in multiple places at once started in the 1970s, when his fame exploded. but his personal life spiraled. Packed schedules, success pressure, plus dependency on stimulants made Sly the most unpredictable name in funk. He often lost touch with his manager, vanished from hotels on tour, or locked himself in his room for days in a haze. On October 15, 1971, at Fillmore East, the audience packed the venue with excitement. When the stage lights came on, cheers erupted from below, urging the band out. But Sly Stone didn't show. He was passed out in the hotel from booze and drugs hangover. In the panic, a backup bassist got pushed forward. This guy had a similar build to Sly. He threw on Sly's familiar outfit, wore a hat to hide half his face, and started singing Family Affair. The voice was a bit off-key, but the explosive energy and pounding backing music got the crowd dancing wildly, barely noticing the difference. Still, a few sharp ones caught that Sly's voice sounded weird that night. But it was just a vague feeling, so they didn't suspect much and figured maybe Sly was sick. That was the first time Sly got successfully replaced. 2 years later, on August 22, 1973, Madison Square Garden became the center of a big event. Over 20,000 fans flooded the arena, waiting for Sly Stone. But from that morning, Sly had left the hotel without a trace. His phone was unreachable. The crew frantically searched, but found nothing. As showtime neared, management made another bold call. That tour featured Isaac Hayes, another funk icon with a strong stage style and standout outfits, but a build pretty like Sly's. Management decided to have Isaac Hayes hit the stage in Sly's gear, white coat, and fedora hat. Isaac lip-synced to Sly and the Family Stone's hits and danced wildly, spinning, mic-tossing, moving like a whirlwind. The crowd went nuts. Cheers echoed in the huge dome, many yelling that Sly was still on top. No one realized the guy on stage wasn't Sly. From then on, management got used to prepping backup plans for Sly's absences, and Isaac often took the role. Later, when backstage stories leaked, people learned Sly Stone had appeared in multiple places at once many times because he couldn't control his messy personal life. 7. Michael Jackson, the king of pop, crushed by fame pressure, using doubles to keep the superhuman feel. Michael Jackson is a global music icon, the guy who created performances that changed stage history, conquering millions with dance, voice, and irreplaceable charisma. Stories of Michael Jackson appearing in multiple places at once started during the peak of the Dangerous Tour, when every move of his was hunted by fans and paparazzi, like what you're seeing here. To control the chaos and keep performance secrets, Michael quietly built a system of rigorously trained doubles. Among them, one named Navi became the official stand-in for security purposes, while Craig Parks was used as bait on stage. But they weren't the only doubles. On October 1, 1992, at Bucharest, Romania, the stadium was packed with fans. Screams crashed like waves. When the Dangerous Tour opener started, the toaster catapult launched the real Michael onto stage. Lights swept, stage smoke rolled, fans lost it in excitement. After that stunning entrance, the show shifted to black or white. Michael stepped to the center platform, knelt down, holding pose amid blue-purple lights and booming sound. That moment became the switch almost no one noticed. As lights changed and stage sank in smoke effects, Kenny Gibson, a meticulously trained stunt double, quietly took Michael's spot. The double held the kneel, even head tilt like Michael. Meanwhile, the real Michael had left center, moving backstage to change outfits and prep for next. Romanian fans still saw a Michael kneeling center stage for minutes, then suddenly spotted him dozens of meters away. The crowd screamed wildly, many believing they'd seen Michael teleport. Such meticulously planned performances repeated throughout Michael's tours. On December 15, 1992, at Tokyo Dome, Japan, as drums pounded and lights hit center for Billie Jean's set, Craig Parks, the double with most similar build and moves, stepped out before tens of thousands. Craig moonwalked smoothly, spun, shoulder-jerked, hat-tossed, driving crowd wild. Thousands of cameras flashed nonstop. Japanese fans cheered endlessly. At that time, the real Michael was backstage, grabbing rest because packed schedules drained him and changing for show's next part. Everything timed to the second. When real Michael returned to stage, the switch happened seamlessly, fans unaware they'd just watched a different Michael dance. Fans only saw a superhuman Michael, performing non-stop, unbroken, like he never tired. At that show's end, as Michael walked from backstage toward his car, an overexcited male fan rushed, breaking past two burly guards to hug Michael tight. Guards struggled to pull the fan off as he squeezed with veins bulging and tried kissing Michael's face. But the crazed fan didn't know the real Michael had left another way, and the one he was hugging and kissing was just double Navi. After the tour ended, some crew members leaked backstage secrets. Still, that truth didn't dim the legend's appeal. Instead, it made Michael Jackson's story even more thrilling. Plus, people realized the dangers and pressures stars face at fame's peak. 6. Whitney Houston, the gifted voice, swallowed by industry grind, using doubles to ease pressure. Whitney Houston is a global music icon with a resounding voice and chart-topping hits. She also had buzzworthy film roles, especially in The Bodyguard, carving her as an all-around star. During The Bodyguard filming, the crew faced huge pressure. Whitney had to handle film promo campaigns while constantly moving between studio, set, and shows. It was her fame peak, so unavoidable packed schedules. To keep pace, doubles got used. On July 15, 1992, at the Bodyguard set in Los Angeles, Whitney ended a tense shoot day feeling wiped out. She fainted from low blood sugar and got rushed to hospital by her manager for checks. But then the crew still needed to finish a crucial task, shooting the official poster. The scene of Kevin Costner carrying the female lead was central to promo. With Whitney gone, Joyce Larkin, a stunt double with similar build, got called up. Joyce slipped into the identical white dress. Kevin Costner carried her per exact camera angle. Joyce's face hid deep in Costner's neck. Studio lights adjusted to blur identifying details. When the poster launched globally, millions believed they saw Whitney in her protector's arms on screen. That image became a romantic symbol, popping up thick on magazines, records, billboards everywhere. The truth only leaked in 2019 when Kevin Costner recounted the backstory, stunning fans that the familiar icon was created by someone else in Whitney Houston's name. On August 22, 1992, Whitney entered soundtrack recording, one of project's key parts. While she focused on finishing, a sudden supplemental shoot for Vogue magazine got requested in New York. Since Whitney couldn't go, Deborah Hubbard, body double, got picked to stand in. Deborah wore elegant evening gown, makeup 80% like Whitney's, practiced the smile and seductive gaze tied to Whitney's image. The shoot went smooth. Whole crew wrapped in 2 hours. When the photo hit magazine cover, fans worldwide collected, hung posters, shared that image as proof of Whitney's irreplaceable appeal. Storm only brewed years later when a backstage staff leaked the story. Some fans felt let down that the image they'd cherished long was not the real Whitney. 5. M.F. Doom, the masked hip-hop legend, sending imposters on stage, keeping his true identity forever in mysterious shadows. M.F. Doom is underground hip-hop's cult icon, famous for Iron Mask, complex rap style, mysterious vibe. He built fame with critically acclaimed albums and an artist image almost detached from public life. No one expected the Iron Mask to become what blurred the line between Doom's real self and stage character. Doom knew mystery's power well. He built a system of imposters, often called Doom posters, folks wearing identical masks stepping on stage when needed. To fans, the mask hid all expressions, turning anyone inside into Doom. On July 18, 2009, at a small New York club, crowd packed the floor. Lights out, a masked figure stepped out amid heavy bass thump. This was Daniel Dumile? No, the guy held mic, started live rapping familiar tracks. Voice higher than fans' usual doom, build skinnier, but demeanor and flow emphasis pulled audience in quick. Crowd swayed wildly to drums, no one suspecting. Only after video spread online and compared to other appearances did fans start realizing the guy on stage that night wasn't the real Daniel Dumile. And that wasn't the only time. Things escalated on February 25, 2010 at Cool House, Toronto. As opener started, a masked figure stepped on and began with accordion. He lip-synced parts, voice sounded off, but dim lights and metal mask made crowd vaguely cheer. After about 5 minutes, doubt spread. Some fans started booing, shouts of "fake Doom" drowned music. Air got tense. Some fans tried jumping stage to unmask Doom. Suddenly, real Doom rushed from wings, shoved fake aside, grabbed mic to continue. Crowd exploded. Screams crashed like waves. Many believed it was just a prank, a troll to hype stage. But after show ended, backstage video spread fast. Fans started realizing the imposter was put on stage deliberately, like Doom testing audience reaction and boosting his mysterious image. Doom gave no explanation. His silence made fan community debate fiercely for months. Some felt betrayed, others saw it as extension of Doom's art philosophy, where character Doom mattered more than individual Daniel Dumile. The mask turned Doom into an icon existing independent of the real person. Each Doom appearance, public wondered what's real, what's constructed. That ambiguity made MF Doom's legend haunting. 4. Snoop Dogg, the hip-hop icon, living amid blazing glory and image-cloning times. Snoop Dogg is a global hip-hop icon, legendary rapper tied to laid-back style, signature voice, and decades of music, entertainment achievements, deeply influencing pop culture. On April 15, 2019, the vibe at a Compton charity event got super lively when Snoop Dogg showed amid kids and locals. He wore a fur outfit, moved slow, waved, mingled, then rapped short bits, making everyone cheer non-stop. Kids swarmed, jostling for group pics, phone lights flashing constantly. Everyone believed Snoop was back home doing something meaningful. But reality was, at that exact time, real. Snoop Dogg was busy in a studio miles away, focused on filming another project. The one before the crowd that day was actually Eric Finch, a double-trained, meticulously to recreate every gesture, walk, even familiar shoulder shrug, and head bob. Everything went so smooth, no one suspected. Only when Eric posted backstage pics did truth slowly leak. 3 years later, on June 20, 2022, at NFT NYC conference, a character calling himself Dupes showed in baggy clothes, big shades, chill demeanor. This guy hit stage, talked NFTs, signed autographs, posed with hundreds lining up. Conference already packed got even livelier as social posts claimed they'd met Snoop Dogg in person. Crowd jostled, name calls rang non-stop. No one noticed the name tag said Dupes or slightly crooked glued-on mustache. Meanwhile, real Snoop Dogg was in Los Angeles totally unaware what was happening. The thing blew up when a startup admitted using an imposter for attention. Many laughed at how slickly fooled, but some felt stunned that Idol's image could be faked so cleverly. Such clone appearances made people guess how entertainment runs. Some saw smart promo strategy. Others believed star images got commercialized, turned into recreatable, clonable personas launched wherever attention needed. But does that keep the star's value intact in fans' minds? 3. Akon. The global star swept into schedule whirl, using Brother as double to meet entertainment expectations. Akon is the voice behind its stirring charts, also noted for music production and building own entertainment empire. His name ties to massive tours, influence spreading continents. As career hit explosion, Akon's schedule got so packed almost no rest days. After 2004's trouble-smashing success, invites for shows, interviews, media appearances poured in. Pressure holding star spot swept him into non-stop work grind. Then a bold strategy formed. Akon didn't want missing revenue from overlapping gigs. He quietly used his own brother, Abu Bu Thiam, as replacement version to handle clashing schedules. Bu had tagged along on tours as stage support. Both had similar looks. When Bu wore hat, glasses, appeared under stage lights, differences almost vanished. Pre-social media boom era, fans hard to tell who faced them if just watching from afar or hearing radio. So, from supporter, Bu gradually became key piece in Akon Name Performance Network. First time they pulled this double strategy was March 4th, 2005, when two big clubs in Miami and Los Angeles both announced Akon as evening headliner, same golden hour. In Miami, Real Akon showed with live vocals, moving non-stop on stage, hyping crowd hard. Same time in Los Angeles, Bu stepped behind DJ booth, played Locked Up, then hyped fans with familiar moves. Crowd wildly jumped to bass thumps, cheers like crashing waves. Fans snapped pics, posted MySpace, bragged, seeing Idol live. No one suspected that night. By June 12, 2006, double network scaled bigger. At Cape Town, South Africa Music Festival, Bu hit main stage in shiny black outfit and reflective shades. Sound system blasted convicted loud, stirring tens of thousands. Bu moved non-stop, waved, bowed, thanked fans in voice identical to brothers. 30,000 below sang along. Meanwhile, Real Akon was in New York studio, focused recording new track. No one at Cape Town spotted switch. Dim stage lights and distance made Bu perfect Akon version. Years later, when Akon recalled story in interview, fans stunned realizing that hyped 2006 show was Bu's doing. Switches almost always smooth. On September 8, 2007, two live interviews happened same time across oceans. Bu flew to London, appeared on BBC Radio 1. He chatted easy, laughed with DJ, shared about new album in signature Southern drawl. Same moment, Real Akon sat in New York's Hot 97 booth, talking same topic. Shows aired parallel, both places believing Real Akon. Fans called congrats non-stop, broadcast vibes lively. Back then, internet not strong for real-time image checks, letting double stories slide quiet for years. Not until 2022 did things blow when Akon's another brother, Omar, showed as Akon in some countries on OWN. This time, not smooth as before. People spotted Real Akon in bar, while fake toured elsewhere. Under media pressure, Akon had to admit double thing reluctantly. Many felt let down by deception, but understood it was era product where verification tech undeveloped. Strategy helped Akon keep packed schedules, spread fame fast, but left disappointment in audience hearts. 2. Earl Sweatshirt, the mysterious rapper sending doubles on stage. Earl Sweatshirt is one of rap's highly rated for music depth, standout with gritty storytelling, distinct creative thinking, strong influence in underground. He built low-key, mysterious image, but kept marking with bold projects pulling fans in. On August 28, 2025, listening party for album Live Laugh Love in Los Angeles had gloomy vibe, choppy sounds, dim yellow lights creating heavy underground feel. Hundreds packed space, all waiting Earl Sweatshirt's moment. As music rang, a guy in familiar oversized clothes, signature hat stepped out. This man was Gary Murakami, also known as Gary Underpants. Gary stood center stage, said nothing, just nodded to beat, occasionally dropped short lines in low tone like Earl. Crowd below cheered, phones up bright like light sea. All believed Earl chilling on stage. While crowd soaked that vibe, Real Earl Sweatshirt was home, busy moving stuff to new place away from party chaos. On floor, Gary kept slow demeanor, almost still, creating mystery, pulling everyone in. Flashing lights and loud sound hid small look differences between clone and real. So, night went smooth. Hundreds social stories appeared praising Earl's super cool appearance. Just 2 days after that show, August 30th, 2025, in small New York pop-up, Gary Murakami showed again, this time behind merch table. He wore wide hoodie, kept familiar quiet demeanor, signed vinyls, exchanged short words with fans. Some fans felt Earl quieter than usual that day, but no one suspected much. Vibes still hyped with long lines buying albums, getting autographs. Same time, real Earl Sweatshirt was in studio, focused recording new project. Event wrapped smooth, fans left proud meeting idol. Later, when Crisco video dropped, whole truth emerged. Fans half laughed, half stunned, realizing they'd followed a double all evening. The thing made Earl Sweatshirt's name flood music forums. Share clips spread fast. Community debated hard. Some felt fooled, others saw as art performance reflecting Earl's unpredictable personality. Earl said nothing more after. He just watched fan reactions, tracked story spread, seeming to view whole thing as bold experiment on artist identity. After album drop, Earl hinted in interview, sometimes stage image doesn't reflect full, real person behind. That vague share pulled fan community into guesses on boundaries between art, personality, truth. Many thought smart strategy challenging how audiences see artists in new era, where real-fake lines blur more. 1. Dean Blunt, the experimental artist, making public lost in illusions. Dean Blunt is experimental artist making waves in underground music with mysterious, unpredictable style. Projects breaking all performance and artist identity norms. On February 25, 2015, air at Brixton Academy, London, stretched tight as NME Awards hit moment announcing Best New Artist. Bright lights swept room, grand intro music amped suspense. When Dean Blunt's name called, crowd clapped thunderously. Right after, a tall man in shiny black suit, shades stepped from wings. He approached podium slow, chest out, face almost emotionless. The man bowed slightly, held gleaming trophy, then said short thanks in deep British voice. Whole room silent seconds, then exploded in applause. Cameras flashed non-stop. Media instantly posted pics of this man, unaware he wasn't real Dean Blunt. Meanwhile, in quiet apartment far from stage lights, real Dean Blunt was home. He had no intention of appearing public, no speech, no media activities. He calmly watched news of his replacement spread fast across music outlets. Award receiver image popped thick online. Few fans noted Dean looked taller than usual, broader shoulders, odd walk. Still, no deep digs. Ceremony's formality and stage lights sank all doubts. After that night, with time and minds to scrutinize details, ambiguity on Dean's identity started spreading in music community. Some suspected he deliberately created multiple versions to break star concept. Others guessed way he controlled image, turning appearances into mind game with public. But Dean never spoke to clear fans' questions. On November 14, 2016, a Berlin show kept things messier. Spot was cramped underground space, dim lights, burnt smoke smell, electronic sounds, rumbling weird. Fans packed, waiting Dean. As intro shifted to dull, distorted tones, a man in black leather coat stepped on. Build like Dean's, hair half hid by shadows. This guy stood at mic, almost still. Occasionally whispered disjointed lines, voice mixing into warped cassette music. Berlin audience immersed in that bizarre vibe. Everyone clapped wildly, thinking Dean experimenting new style. Some posted social, praising minimal weird performance. No one spotted real Dean absent. He was elsewhere, totally detached from stage, leaving a version amid lights and chaotic sound. Such events made Dean's image more like art ghost. Each appearance created mystery feel because no one dared sure if real him or not. Maybe Dean deliberately blurred line between real person and music icon, Some fans even believed he wanted turning self into Notion, where anyone could become Dean with right demeanor and signature cool. Over time, these replacement appearances stopped being just prank or tactic, became part of Dean Blunt legend. An artist who could step on stage, accept award, perform before hundreds, while real self actually elsewhere. You see, in celebrities' world, line between real and fake sometimes blurs unbelievably like that. Behind bright lit stages, lively events, or hyped shows bursting thousands, secrets always exist only few backstage know. And today, you've become next to know those secrets. If you feel these stories surprised you, or you've heard similar cases few know, share your thoughts in comments below. Each view, each story you mention could open more interesting stuff. And don't forget, hit subscribe to not miss thrilling stories, unexpected truths about celebrities' world.